What
then
about clubbing? What about clubbing? If you're in a relationship, you think that's like cool.
yeah.
So if your guy said, "I don't want you to go to the club," that's cool. Like you wouldn't accept that as a
I like
reason.
your woman to go clubbing.
Yeah, no, 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 I don't. That's a jungle. Why would I
Why?
want my girl to go to the club? That's a whole jungle. Like what the fuck?
What?
And it's not even in a case of hear this. It's not even in a case of oh, I think she's gonna cheat or whatever. We've seen what goes on in clubs. Girls' drinks get spiked. People touch women. Fights happen. It's like an environment in which there's like drugs and alcohol and mad stuff. And at the end of the day, if something happens at that club, maybe you might say you won't call anyone, innit? But more time you're gonna call your boyfriend and say, "Oh, this happened," and I'm gonna have to deal with it. So me personally, I'm like a prevention's better than cure person. Look, me personally, if
So do
I
but
think
do
so, yeah, go on.
clubbing when you're in a relationship?
No,
Oh, so you don't go either.
nah, like why would I want to? What's there? Like for a guy, more time we're going for girls. So if I've got a girl, why am I going clubbing?
Oh,
I even
really?
like going to the club.
Guys
I
doing
even like
clubbing?
going clubbing. I don't even like going clubbing. I'm not in that point of my life where I'm even on the whole clubbing thing. Anyway, to be honest.
Oh, really? Like, I would say, well, I, as a woman, and a lot of women, I would say, just go really to dress up with their girls and just look good. Like, to me, it's just to see my girls. And I could go out and not even speak to one guy.
Are you
But
taking all the factors
if,
in though, like of as I said, a guy maybe touching you, or you being harassed, or you being spiked, or an incident actually happening at that place?
yeah, I feel like a lot of women are just naturally careful anyways, because like you said, a lot of shit does happen during clubbing. But I think women are naturally careful. Like even when they they want to put their drink down, or they won't put it down when they can't see it. So women are quite careful and they make sure that they always keep a safe space with any man in the club. So I do think naturally women just have this instinct where it's like we have to kind of be very careful when going clubbing and stuff. But I think in terms of just saying, just because all this stuff happens, you shouldn't go clubbing. I'm like, what?
As
That
I
is
said, by the way, I agree with that person when they said no, they don't. I don't think women are careful when they go clubbing at all. I've seen women go home with guys they just met. I've seen women leave their friends. Oh, where's my friend? Where's my friend? I've seen bare mad stuff. I've seen people lose their phone. I've seen women go without even having money of knowing how they're getting home. I've seen some crazy shit in the
okay.
clubs, and
When
you know that.
I mean, I'm very careful, and I would say I'm very careful now because when I was younger, I probably wasn't as careful. And I think with maturity, you do understand that you're definitely not wanting to put yourself in positions where you're not in control. So,
Mm.
like, a lot of time I don't really drink that much because I drive. So I'll probably just have one drink, and so I don't drink and drive. So more
That's
time.
you, right?
Sorry.
So that's you. But other girls I know literally will leave their house with intentions to get wasted.
Yeah, that's quite mad.
So
I
like, even if say you're the good friend,
to
say
get
you're the good
wasted,
friend.
have a way to get home.
Mm. Say
Yeah,
even you're
I
the
think
good friend,
like
yeah.
yeah,
You're the
always make
good friend.
it get home, but not judge. Let's not judge. Yeah, but no,
Yeah, it's
I
not
feel
joke.
like a lot of I don't know. Maybe women around me are very careful. I
Nah,
don't
but
know. I don't
remember, we're generalizing, so it's not everybody in it. It's just like a general consensus. I'm saying like, yes, some women, I would think that the majority wouldn't really like, yeah, like they don't have. You're not even thinking survival wise. Like you see us, like we actually have to proper think things through. Like we're very careful with a lot of things. Like so, for example, there's you would have grown rebels and stuff. Anyway, um, you would have grown up where anywhere and done anything or whatever. You see, like there's certain roads I can't go down, there's certain areas I can't go, there's certain things I can't wear, there's certain things I can't say, there's certain people I can't even be with. I don't feel like women take this stuff into consideration when they're going up.
Mm.
Me, I take that into consideration. Where is the
When I was
party?
younger, I would
Mm.
definitely agree. And I think because when I was younger, I didn't have much money as well. So I was trying to find the cheapest way to turn up. Right? I was
Mm.
like, well, I'll find a way home. And it's like, you don't even pattern your hotel. You don't even pattern nothing. Like, you're just like, yeah. I'll find a way. I don't know how, but I'm gonna find a way. And I think that's actually quite scary because you're most vulnerable when you're even younger. I
So
feel
tell you
like
what my friend said to me yesterday, and I think he's in the chat. Is he here? I hope he's still here. Nah, he isn't. He's still here. He told me that he met some girls. I don't know how old they was, and he was getting onto her because she spent the last money that she had to get home on drinks,
oh,
and
that's
they
kind of,
had to drop her home.
yeah, that's quite mad. I feel like your transport is like the most important thing that you should
But
sort.
women are known to literally leave to go clubbing with zero idea of how they're getting home.
I don't know
So
if
much.
you guys are dealing with young women because I can agree with young women. Like, are you into young women?
No, I'm 24, and I'm gonna say. Remember, I don't go clubbing. This is not my
Oh,
demographic of women.
you're
I'm
24.
24, but I don't go clubbing though. So those aren't
No.
even. If I meet a girl at the club, it's not even that. Like I'm not
So
even
how
nah.
old are the women that you date?
Like probably 21, 22 upwards.
Okay, that's not too bad. But I guess
Mm.
they're like in uni, just come out, like just finished uni type of thing.
Yeah, but even then, it's so mad. Because even for my age, whenever I meet people and chill with people, they'll be like, "Right, you're mature for your age, innit?" So even
Did you
with me, it's
have
hard.
it's because you're talking about your businesses
That's
and
what I'm
how.
saying. But my network of girls is better though. So even the girls that like I can have access to is different. It's not like clubbing girls. Like the girls that I know don't go clubbing.
So where do you meet your girls then?
If I was to meet someone, it'd be like maybe through business or through the gym, I would say.
Oh, so you move to girls in the gym?
I'm saying in general, like if I've had like right now, I'm not chatting to no one. Disclaimer, innit? But if
Why to no
I've
one?
uh, 1 second, yeah, nah, but work with females.
Why
Cause
are you not chatting to anyone at the moment?
too busy, man. I'll be
Mm.
real. I'm way too busy.
Do you know what? Yeah, that really bugs me. Like with like young, ambitious men, it's like you guys can't be busy and
Yeah,
also be in a relationship.
I can't.
So I feel like us young women, we always feel like our options now are older men because older
Mm.
men have already met and they have your time. I feel like it's quite annoying. Like most ambitious men, they're all so busy.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like you got to prioritize, isn't it? So you can go clubbing and spend your time getting drunk. And see me, I don't like drinking because the feeling that you get after is just mad and it slows you down. Like I've got things to do maybe in the morning or later on in the day. So generally, unless I know I've got nothing to do, I'm not really drinking like that. You get what I'm saying? But I just ain't got time. I'll be real.
Mm.
Like I
So
have got
if
time, but
you
I've got to
say
be
like
selective with my time,
a
innit?
21-year-old that's interested in you, it doesn't
Mm.
matter, a 24-year-old that's interested in you, how did they make you have time for them?
I don't think anyone can right now. I'll be real. I'll be so
Okay,
real.
like a lock off.
Yeah, I don't think I actually
What
don't think.
do you guys do for? I mean, when you get lonely, like, what do you do?
What do I do when I get lonely?
Yeah, because you've been single for a year, right?
That doesn't mean like I've not done anything with anyone or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've
Y'all
still
just
got,
hooking
yeah,
up.
you know,
Say no.
yeah. Wait, what did you say?
I said, so you guys just be hooking up. That period that
Boy,
you
you're trying to draw me out. But yeah, basically, I'm
I'm not
focusing on
sure
my
you
goals,
are. I'm
innit?
just trying to
I'm
understand.
focusing on my goals. Basically, I'm focusing on my goals, and yeah, you get whatever's there. I'm a virgin. I'll beat you up, bro. We're naked in your picture, like, what's wrong with you? I said
We're
he's a
all very
virgin. Mike, the fitness trainer. I guarantee you I'm taller than you. My dick's bigger than yours.
energy. It said what
I
it
don't even know
said.
why I'm letting someone draw me out like that anyway. But yeah. To be honest, yeah, I'm just on my
Said
grandma.
what it said. Okay. So there's just no way to make like you interested in a woman right now.
It's not to say I'm not interested in a woman right now, but I'm just very like, for me, I'm very selective with my time, innit? So I have to just be very rigid. I don't know, it's hard, it's weird. Like I can meet, as I said, my network of girls that like I know that I would say are my friends that I've met within the last year or whatever. A lot of people would be like, do you get it? Like a lot of people be like, bro, like people have asked me, bro, why ain't you chatting to that girl? Why ain't you moved to her? I'm just like, I don't know. Like I can't explain it. I'm just so in my world that I'm not even looking like that.
I honestly think this is another issue for society. I really genuinely think that because any ambitious men, because
Yeah.
this is why I feel like what I'm asking man is a bit too much, because any guy that's young, that takes care of themselves, that's ambitious, they're all not ready for relationships. They're all wanting to build this life, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an ambitious woman too. Like I've got goals, I've got my podcast, I'm investing, I
Mm.
have time, I'm also working on my entertainment career, and like you said, you got your business, I got my own business too. So it's like
Mm.
like
You know what it is?
oh, because I still have time to date, and I guess maybe because as a woman you have your biological clock as well. Like
Mm.
a lot of women don't want to be waiting 30 to get married. So
No.
it's like, what do we do? Like, do we just like wait? And this
Wait.
is what I
Yeah.
causing women, pushing them to start dating older men, because older
Yeah.
men are the only ones that seem to have the time to want to date.
Yeah. To be honest, it's because I feel like you're kind of capping yourself. You're putting emotional energy into it. You're putting money into it. You're putting time into it. That money could go into my business. That time could go into my business. That energy. See, dating is actually, it can be nice when it's nice, but when it's bad, isn't it? So it's like, even that imbalance. Like, some people want to go crazy and do it, and then shit goes left. And then now the business is failing and they've lost everything and times are hard. And do you get what I'm saying? Like, that right now I'm just not in that mode that I want anything to get in the way of everything, to be honest. Someone said, Cap, if I
I
got him
feel
a
like
good
it's
booty
easier to
woman,
say
she'll
as
put it
a
on him.
man, just because you guys don't really have the biological clock.
Mm.
So I think it's easy for you to say, yeah, well, I'm not ready to date. When I'm ready, I'll just get someone. But you don't think it's unfair, and it's creating this dating gap between men and women.
Nah, because you're the one that will benefit from it anyway in the future. So whoever my wife or woman is going to benefit from all of this. You get it? Like, all of this time now,
So
that
if
person still wins. So
a woman fancies you right now, should she just wait?
I wouldn't say that.
Wait till when you're ready.
Just see, look, would I say she should wait? Nah, not necessarily. I don't know how long I'm going to be.
Get with
Okay.
an older man.
Hmm?
Just go with an older man.
If that's what's best for you.
But do you not think it's possible for men to start thinking that it is possible to balance it? It is possible to say, you know what, I've got my business going on, but I
Mm.
also have a ambitious woman, and we can both work together to build a life together. Because usually an ambitious woman is not really trying to waste your money. Like, she's
Mm.
the type that would be like, well, yeah, babe, do you know what? I'll just cook for us. Like, we don't need to go on a date. Like, yeah, fair enough. Sometimes go on a nice date, but sometimes be like, well, I know you need money. I know, like, I need you to get somewhere as well. So it's like, let's put this money together so we can
Mm.
build. You know what I mean? Do you not think that young men need to start thinking that, like, it is
Yeah, they
possible?
can. Each to their own, innit? But like, as I said, it depends if you meet. Should I be honest? It feels like a lot of people. You have to. I would have to date probably someone that like has their own business or their own. They're more. You get it because you wouldn't understand certain things. Like me, I'm a workaholic still. Like I don't care what day it is, what time it is, what it is. Like I'm a very. You get it. I'll take whatever I can get whenever. So a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of women won't understand that. She'll be, oh, why don't you have time for me? Why can't you just chill?
That's underestimating a woman to say that they won't understand it,
It
because they
depends on the type of woman. It's not any woman. It's not every woman. It just depends on the woman, innit?
so do you feel like if you find a woman that
Mm.
is Like, babe, I understand that you've got all your shit going on, and even though you're not ready to date, I want to date you. So I want to be there for you. Like, I'm going to make sure that we build something together because I'm building myself. So I understand that your time's valuable. So, like, I feel like an ambitious woman is not just needing your time every second anyways. She understands because she's building herself. So do you not think if she can show you that, like, listen, forget about this, I'm going to take your time. Forget about it because I'm not. Do you feel like she could change your mind to be like,
Yeah.
oh,
If she can add value, then cool. But if you're gonna subtract, which I feel like a lot of people do today, then it's not worth it.
okay, like your ex?
You're rude.
No,
Nah,
you
she's cool. She's cool.
you're
She's
the
grown,
one
innit?
that
She's
said
grown.
it, right? You said
Nah,
you
nah,
broke
she's
up
grown
with
now.
her.
She's grown. She's grown. Yeah,
I
that's what you
apologize,
guys say, right?
ex. If she ever watches this, I apologize. I didn't say it. You said
I
you
can't
broke
lie.
up
She
with
joined
your
earlier
ex because
still.
she was causing you too much stress. So
She
we're not
knows
gonna
that
put
though.
that on me, okay?
She knows that though. She won't deny it.
I'll see you.
One second.
You
What you
were
said?
very clear with her, like I said. So you were very clear with her, like, listen, it's you, it's not me, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's good to be
And at
transparent.
the time, she didn't understand it because her friends and her family were telling her something else. But as time went on, she understands.
Oh, so it was primarily because she was taking advice from other people that
Yeah,
weren't put.
yeah. That just didn't help her, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah,
sometimes you have to go through those things and you learn, innit?
yeah.
Yeah.
But how long was the relationship for?
Like a year and a half.
Do you not feel like you could have helped her to understand?
No, actually, sorry, I'm laughing because I couldn't. Like, no matter what I say, do, show, prove, whatever. Like, it's just people. Yeah, you lot will just listen to who you want to listen to, innit? And I think most of the time it comes from people that ain't validated to speak on it. I'll be real.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
mad. Mad. Well, I
yeah,
feel like we had a nice chat. It was nice to
definitely.
understand from you, your point of view, as a man that has his own business, is doing stuff for himself, to understand what you want in a woman.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we just had a nice conversation. Is there like any final thoughts, anything you want to add?
No, that was fun. I don't even go on Instagram Live, but I thought I'd join. It was good fun. It was interesting. There were some trolls in the chat. We see you, but yeah, no, it was good fun.
Yeah, those trolls love me. They're my
I
biggest
know.
fan.
Nah, for real, there is a problem with incels though. I said that like recently. There's a lot of guys out here that ain't getting that and really want it, so they hate women. But I think there's also a
Drop
confusion with
some
what.
girl game for them, because you say you get girl.
Mm,
Drop some girl game for these incels.
just improve on yourself, bro, and everything will just fall into place.
See, this is
That's
what
what I
I.
think.
This is why they hate me, because I literally say, go to the gym, go and work, go and find a job, like actually go and speak to a woman instead of being in my DMs and sending me hate. Go and
Mm.
speak to a woman,
You
and
know what it is though? Some of these guys, in it, have been rejected, and I guess it's like a confidence knock as well. And also the expectations are mad. I'm quite lucky that I fit the quote. Like you get like black guys are kind of in fashion to an extent. Like tall guys are wanted. Like people that have their own businesses and money. Like that's so I'm lucky in it. I fit the status. So more time I'm okay. But for someone that maybe is 5'5" or 6", I've seen them get violated. You get what I'm saying? And people that maybe ain't as smart or got that kind of ambition, but they just work a normal job, they don't get the same kind of respect. So, like, they
mm,
can improve it on some things, but something like height, for example, I've seen women violate short guys all the time.
do you know what? I always say this. I do feel like a lot of women are creating this hurt in these incels. I'm not gonna say it's women's
Yeah.
fault, because it's your fault. Like, go and work on yourself. However, I do feel like some women are a bit brutal. Like, I'm like, I literally hear women say, I would never date a man that is not 6 foot. And I'm like,
That's dread.
I'll see you. And then they're like, I'm 5'3". I'm like,
You know the average
Girl,
height of a
you're
guy
not
is
even
like five
fucking
foot eight.
6 foot. Like, how do you expect it to be 6 foot? Like, fair enough, 2 inches taller than you, fair enough. But it's like, what do you think? Like,
Nah, I
do you
can't
think
lie.
God just
It's
made
peak.
everyone 6 foot? Like, I
It's
feel
peak
like
for
especially
guys. For
women
guys,
they really be upsetting these men.
the expectation for guys is mad still. It is.
Yeah,
Society, the expectation is crazy.
but the expectation for men is just as bad.
What do
So
you
I
mean?
can't fully be mad at women their expectation because, like, let's be real. I mean, maybe because I like high value men, so I would say they expect, like, bro, you need to be looking like a 10 out of 10. Like, I mean, your body needs to be snatched. Like, you need to be submissive. You need to be doing the most for these men. And I'm like, really? Like,
But that's things you can change. The
what?
things that women want, so that's things you can like work on and change though. The things that
Not
women want
really,
from men.
because I say I don't have a big ass, right? Because a lot of men, they love big ass. If say I don't have a big ass, right, they'll be like, well, you got a flat yanch. I'm like, so what do you want me to do? Yeah,
Go to
I'll
the
go to
gym.
the
Can't you do
gym.
some
Like, I don't
squats
sit out
and
and
some
cry.
leg
I go to the
exercises,
gym, but I
please?
can't change my body structure. Like, I can't just grow a massive ass. And then this is why women are getting cosmetic surgery.
But I don't
The
think it's the
expert, do
be
you
all and end all
realize?
though.
I actually podcast with Tate, 90% of cosmetic surgery are from women.
Mm.
And people think that, and then people will have the audacity to say, okay, that women are not trying to change for men. They are doing the most. Women be learning how to cook. Women be fighting their girls for men. Women be becoming as submissive as they can be. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not the type to be submissive. But I be seeing my friends, oh my God, they're basically doormats just because they want to keep a man. And I'm like, I cannot keep up. I can't keep up.
But
Men,
what guys ever asked a girl to get her ass done or her tits done or wear fake eyelashes or wear makeup and get your lips done? Like, what guys ever said that? I've never
they
known
never
a guy to say he
do.
likes that.
No, do you know what? This is what stresses me out about men. Because, yeah, they wouldn't say explicitly, like, I need you to get your ass done. I need you to get your body done. But look at the caliber of women they date. It is that. Like, it's like, I will have a guy say, I like natural girls. And then I look at his exes. Like, that's not natural. Like, she got a big ass, a tiny waist. Do you think that shit is natural? No. It's like, maybe because a lot of women lie about it. Maybe I think that's probably what it is. A lot of women lie about cosmetic surgery. So these men seem to think that some women just have a naturally amazing body. And it's like, no, she doesn't. She's had a lot of wax done. So men have this delusion that it's like, oh, yeah, they're just some naturally nice women, and it's like, not really.
No, I can't lie. Like, guys, once you find a girl who's got a BBL, like, it's not like, oh yeah, she got a BBL, like she's leng. Like, it's a bit like, oh, okay, like, what's going on here? Like, it looks good, but it's a bit weird. Like, I'm just being honest. To most guys, like, I can see a girl on Instagram that's got a BBL, and I can send it to bare man, and no one's gonna get gassed over it.
I don't know, because like all these baddies, that's what they've all done, and these baddies be the ones getting the high value men in society. These footballers, they're
They'll
all
get fucked, but they won't get wife.
footballer. They like someone that's not a baddie. I know they date a lot of white
They'll
girls,
get fucked, but they won't get wife.
white girls, but the ones that do date black girls, it's usually very like, she's got her tits done, she's got everything done, like she looks picture perfect. So, and then they try to say they like natural girls, but it's like, you don't really date natural girls, honey. So how do I believe that you like natural girls? I see all your exes and they look nothing like me, and you expect me to believe that you date natural girls.
Yeah, I think when it comes to that stuff, it's a weird one still, because it's true. But I think that's probably just for like fucking, isn't it? But like for actual like wife, I think it's two different things. So it just depends what one you wanna go to. Do you get what I'm saying?
How many high value men date, like, even wife, natural looking girls? Like,
Loads.
look at like baddies, like say natural beauties like Lupita Nyong'o. Even her, like, okay, her man is all right, but I wouldn't say her man is this very desirable man. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though they say, oh yeah, we just fuck these women, but you do end up marrying them. They do end up marrying them because, come on, if this woman's been loyal to you for how many years and then she has kids for you, more time you're going to get comfortable and you're going to marry her.
Who though? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about like an actor or the actual like footballers and basketball players and all these actual like proper top of the thing. And if we're talking presidents and people with money, which one of them have BBLs? I've never seen one of these lot marry a girl with a BBL still. I've never seen it. I've seen them walk with them and go on dates with them and buy bags for them and go out with them and fuck them. But I've never seen them. I don't know, no president that's married to someone with a BBL or no actor that's walking around with a girl that's. You get it? Like most of it, yeah, they'll date.
Oh, my
girls,
body's
but
natural, baby.
That's
it's
it.
not natural. Somebody just asked me if it's natural or fake.
I'm
we don't do no fake over here.
But
I'm close. Because all the men I want seem to like that. So I'm this close.
Be yourself, man.
No, of course. I'm gonna be myself regardless. But I don't know, I find it so hard.
You know what it is? When you're just I think it's weird because me as a guy, I don't look at other guys and feel inferior or insecure or look at them and think, oh, I wish I had an ass like that, or oh, he can get this, or I need to be like that. I'm just me, innit? So I find it very hard. But that's why I don't look at someone else. I can look at it and respect it and say, look, that's sick, innit? Like, I rate it, I respect it, that's cool, but I'm still going to do me. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's a bit of a problem. Like, everyone watching each other too much and comparing. I actually do not compare myself to anyone else. I'll be so real. I don't, 'cause I think it's dangerous because it's like no one's actually perfect. So you're going to keep comparing yourself to all these other people. And then things go through phases, innit? Like, people like big asses now, but in 10 years it might not be that. Do you get what I'm saying? So to change your body and go through all of that is mad.
Yeah, no, I do believe in it. This is why I've not done it, because like as much as I want it, I'm like, you know what, I gotta love myself, and if I can't find a man that loves me for who I am, then I guess he doesn't deserve me. But it's just that consistent battle as to, am I good enough for the man that I want? Because a high value
What man do you want?
Best looking girl, and especially the like light skinned girls, and there's just that consistent like, am I good enough for him? Because yes, one and say love yourself, but if you're not desirable, you need to try and make yourself as most desirable as you can. Do you know what I mean?
What do you say about light skinned girls, by the way?
I would say that they're more desirable in society, especially in the Black community. I would say that they are put on a pedestal. I don't think it's their fault, because I mean, it's not their fault they're light skinned or mixed race. It's just, it is what it is. I can't blame it on that. I'll blame it on racism, I guess. But I do think, like, my mixed race friends or light skinned friends, I feel like they're just naturally more appealing to men.
What do you think though? Yeah. So say for example, you see me as a guy, like I can admit, you see like light skinned guys, no homo, they're probably more like, generally speaking, more prettier than like than me, innit? And that's not like, oh, I'm insecure or whatever. I'm just being honest. Like even their hair, like I got nigga hair, like proper nigga hair. Do you get it? Like where you have to comb that shit out and it can get peaks sometimes. They got that nice hair that's just thing. Like these are real things, innit? So like, is that a case of racism, or is it just like that is more like desired, and not by me, by the way? Like me, I've got love for black girls, everybody, innit? It's not just like I'm not gonna lie, that's not it, innit? Like it's not every single, like some guys, I can't lie, they just find every light skin girl attractive, even if she's dead because she's just light skinned.
Yeah, I don't even blame them though. That's just the way, I don't know, society is. Like, I do think racism runs deep, where it is just the standard. I mean, I don't think black women, there used to be a trend where black women used to love mixed race guys and light skinned guys.
Yes.
Now the trend is completely flipped, where I feel like the darker the berry, the sweeter the blood clot juice. Like I do think now it's like the more the better you are, sort of thing. So
Mm.
now, definitely, I think for men, I don't think they're really checking for light skinned guys like that.
Not
Let's
anymore now.
don't get me wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, they're still good looking. I'm just saying, like, just in society right now, I would say dark skinned men are just considered a bit to be more desirable. And yeah, and then now it happens to be light skinned girls are more desirable, which I like. I can't. It's not their fault, but it does make girls feel like, oh, damn. Like,
It's just one of them things, yeah, where you lot have to see why that is, innit? And there's things that you lot may have to do to change that. So if you think about growing up here compared to now, if you look at like a lot of whether that's like footballers, look at like the England team. You got bare black, it's the black male representation. Do you get what I'm saying? That's a big helping hand. So whether that's an Idris Elba, whether that's Rashford, or whether that's whoever it is, do you get what I'm saying? Or Stormzy or Dave or whatever. Like, there's a lot of black like male representation, which makes, I guess, us look like quite good, innit? Like, it makes us look very well. We're not. Do you get what I'm saying?
Representation definitely matters. I feel like, yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of dark-skinned women.
Who's holding it down for the black girls?
What?
Who's holding it down for the black girls that's making you lot look like...
These girls in the UK. Big up Z.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, there is Brenia. I mean, there are quite a few dark-skinned. But I would say not in mainstream media. So in like the black community, yeah, but not in the mainstream media. Yeah, representation.
Yeah, so representation is important.
What?
I said representation is important.
You're right. So do you think that that's what made chocolate skin guy more attractive? Even though obviously there was racism and light skin guys used to be more attractive. So do you think it's because now we have a lot of public figures that are chocolate skinned? Now it's now become a standard of beauty. So you think the solution is more dark skinned women need to go into the mainstream media and represent? Is that basically
they need to just represent in whatever way that is, in a light that is great, like, yeah, in a good light. Like, obviously there's going to be good and bad of everything, but like, say for example, I saw, what is it, that Aloni girl or whatever, she got married the other day, but like, Aloni, is that her name?
Yeah, big up her.
She got married, but like, I've always seen her give hate to men. Like, it's very conflicting. It's a bit confusing. I don't really know what's going on. And I think that's another thing. I don't really, like, it's just bare confusing. It's just having the right people to represent you lot. Because people will judge you lot by people like her, innit? That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I agree.
It's not fair.
I don't think you can put that on her because, like, say now, I've done the interview with Tate, all these Nigerians are coming at me. Hey, you're a representation of Nigerians. And it was like, well, I went on the podcast as Esther. Like, yeah, fair enough, I'm Nigerian and I will always represent Nigerians. If you're not happy about how I'm representing Nigerians, that is not my problem. I went there to represent myself. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I do think you can't put that on Aloni. If she has gone, has a public persona, she might not even be the person that she's coming across on social media. That might just be a outlet for making money. Do you know what I mean? So
but that's the problem. It's brainwashing you guys, not you personally, but as a whole. If you look, so I can give you like 5 names off my head, yeah. So when you think about, say, someone as whether that's Megan Thee Stallion or all them city girls and all these girls, yeah, all these girls have boyfriends, but the message they push out is fuck a man, get some money, I'm a single independent bitch, And some women are out here running with that narrative when these girls are actually getting married. And people like me, I've heard girls say, rah, I should get a Birkin. You're not in Atlanta, bro. You're in London.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Crazy shit like that.
A video about it because I really don't like the message Aloni's passing on to girls. Like, I really do think like it's just out of order. Like,
they're doing you lot dirty though.
What?
They're doing you lot dirty because they're sending a message, monetizing it, and it's not doing no good for black people. especially black women. It don't make you look good. And then on top of it, it's like black women are actually repeating this message. They're not repeating. I don't see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody, but that is the music that these lot listen to. They're not listening to Alicia Keys and whatever, are they? They're not doing that. So it's like those women in those positions are pushing out a message, innit? And some young girls are running out with that message.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous.
I don't know, because I feel like, yeah, it's dangerous, but it's like people also need to make money. Like, say with Pearl, I feel like what Pearl's doing, I feel like it's very dangerous, because she's brainwashing these incels, massaging their egos for money. That's personally what I think. However, I have to think she's making a lot of money from it. So I don't know if that's her real persona in real life and that's what she genuinely believes, but I don't know her circumstances, that what she's going through in life, where she's just like, well, I gotta make money. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, do you know what? If if that's what society wants to buy, I can't really hate on people's hustle, even though I don't agree with it. Like, I don't agree with what Aloni's doing. I don't like all these messages like, leave your man and all that stuff, and then you're going on with your man. Out of order. But I also think, like, society want to listen to that message. Maybe they've tried to like bring out positive messages and they're not selling, so they're like, well, I need to get paid. So do you know what,
That's the difference between good and evil, though, isn't it? So it's like, if money,
personally, I will always be myself in anything I do. Like, that's why I didn't go to Tate and kiss his ass, because I don't do that. Like, I'm who I am, and I will represent who I am till I die. But I get it, because, like, for me, it's harder to make money because I'm myself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I hear it. Some people are ruthless, where they're like, I don't give a fuck about giving a message out there. Not everybody wants to, like, put a message out there. Not everybody wants to be a positive role model. Some people just want money. And I can't really completely hate the hustle if that's what society's putting their money into. So I actually blame society, really. So, like, why is society not buying into the positive role models? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear that. It's true. I mean, for me, innit, I don't think all money is good money. So I personally wouldn't do something that's against my morals to make money. But that doesn't mean that I'm a great person, because your morals and my morals ain't necessarily the same. So I'm saying my personal morals, I wouldn't do something I'm uncomfortable with or something I wouldn't believe in just to make money. Me personally. But I just think, as I said, when I look at things like the music and all that stuff, so, and it's happening even to guys, like, people are taking a lot of things very literally. So it's like, if you ain't got the right role models or the right people, it will just brainwash you, innit?
Exactly.
It will. A lot of young people are brainwashed right now. Like, we're making it, like, I've seen people go up to like 20 women and said, oh, how much should a guy earn? 100K, 300K, a million, 400K. That shit's not normal. Yes, there's guys that do that. That's a small minority.
And this is why, even, like, it's not even just women, it's men and women with the unrealistic expectation. Like, I'm like, what?
But what would you say is unrealistic from guys, though?
Well, I would say this whole, like, every woman should have a big bum. Like,
Who's ever said that, though?
I speak to, yeah, they want to, first, the thing they want to know about me is how big my bum is. And I'm just like, it's just not realistic to expect every girl to have some big yansh. It's just not realistic. And then another expectation I would say is, well, now I think there's another trend of this submission that they want from women, where I keep hearing men say, I need a submissive woman. I'm like, first of all, the fact that you have to say that you need a submissive woman, that means you're not masculine enough. Because if you're naturally a masculine man that provides, that makes a woman feel safe and protected, you wouldn't even need to ask her to be submissive. Women naturally go into the feminine element when they have a masculine man. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you are this type of guy that you're demanding and you're nagging and you're not providing to bring that out in a woman, they're just gonna be like,
I don't think it's an unreal expectation, though, because women have always been submissive. Like, it's not a new thing. It's not something that's like rare. like generally women are submissive. Not the new generation, maybe,
Maybe
but
you're saying that because you are masculine. You've got to think a lot of men aren't masculine. A lot of men
mm,
aren't. They're not willing to pay on the first date, or they're not willing to I don't know, just make you feel safe in the sense that, babe, how is your day going? Like checking up on you, trying to make
mm,
you happy. A lot of men are not in that like masculine role anymore. They're very like about me. A lot of them are not even ambitious. They don't do shit with their life. And then more time, they're like, I need a submissive woman. I need a submissive woman. But you ain't even fucking masculine though.
them
Like, it's
people
like,
don't deserve it, innit?
no.
Them
If
people
you
don't
have to
deserve it.
ask that,
But
best believe. Sorry?
I said them people don't deserve it though.
Exactly. And I feel like this is this unrealistic expectation, because I'm not saying that it's wrong to want a submissive woman. I'm just saying, if you're not really that masculine in the sense of providing, just
Mm,
be supporting like towards your woman. Like, not every man is going to be able to be a provider. Not every man is going to be able to do that, to say, babe, you know what, move into my house, or babe, you know what, I pay for your hair, I pay for your nails. Like, not every man can do that. So the best thing that you can do as a man is to help her, like emotionally, like, do you know what I mean, like support her. But I think what they're still trying to do is be this provider that doesn't provide. And I'm like, boy, you don't pay nothing for me. You don't do shit for me. And yet you're saying you need a woman to cook, clean. She doesn't ask you too much questions. I'm like, boy, bye. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I feel like it is this red pill community that's bringing this unrealistic expectation from men. And I think another reason, this is why, like, I have issues with Tate in a sense, because Tate is this high value man that can do all those things for women. He can provide. He is a provider. He is a protector. That is what he is as a man. So if he can provide all of this and tell a woman, I need you to be submissive, but they're not understanding that Tate is a provider. They think that they can ask for the same thing that Tate is asking for. And then it's like, well, first of all, you don't even have a job. Like, so, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you can't, it's just not making sense. Like, you need to understand that Tate can ask for those things because he earned it. Do you know what I mean? You haven't earned that. You don't have that. So it's like, just be masculine in the sense that you make your woman feel safe. So emotionally safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't be trying to do something, like demand something that you can't really afford, basically. Does that make sense?
You know what it is, yeah? You see with like, I hate the guy-girl thing, but you see with guys, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that guys will take on in a relationship. So though you see those little things that like he may ask you not to do that you will call submissive or whatever. If you deep the amount of shit that like that guy has to put on his shoulders, like the amount of pressure that is actually on, man, it's a lot for what he's asking for. It's very minute. There's a lot of things because when shit really hits the fan, it's gonna be that guy that everyone's gonna look to for stuff, whether he's Tate or not Tate or whoever. Like, if, as they say, if someone breaks in the yard or even if he was walking down the road and something happened, like you're gonna expect him to deal with it. Like more time, the problem solver should be that person, innit? Like most people, they would look to their dad or their brother or their boyfriend or whoever, or their husband, innit? So just to say, the one thing that a man might ask for is just, brother, if there's a couple things I don't like or something I'm not happy with, just don't give me a headache on it. Because all these other things, there's a lot of things that guy will risk his life, like literally, like risk his life for you. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot. Like you have to. It's a big sacrifice still. I feel like it's a big sacrifice.
Like, I keep hearing men say this, like,
It's a
if
sacrifice, man.
and you come to me, and I'm like, how?
Maybe you don't,
How
but
do I need you, really? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had men that are friggin' alpha as hell. Like, they are protected. Like, I don't even have to ask for anything. They provide without even me asking. And I think those men just automatically get that level of respect. But a man that doesn't really affect your life in any way, and he always talks about these battles that he's dealing with, and I'm like, yes, but it doesn't affect me. Like, I'm dealing with my shit as well. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, so you're dealing with battles. You, I don't ever feel your presence in my life. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like you have to fix my car. It's not like you have to pay my rent. It's not like you have to pay for anything. So these battles that you're dealing with, it's not affecting my life. So how can you just be like, don't give me headache? I feel like it's more like we're both dealing with stuff, and we should both try and make each other's life as easy as possible, rather than like you're like, well, I'm the man and I'm dealing with so much, and don't give me headache.
There's a lot. It depends on the guy in it. Like for me, there's a lot of. I would say there's a lot of responsibility that I have in it. That if like I'm dating someone, I'm gonna have to be somewhat like. There's things I'm gonna have to deal with in it. Like I'm gonna. If something happens, you are gonna call me. So for me, it's like you need to be smart within like your decision making, because if you do something stupid, that's gonna affect me now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. In terms of like decision making, I feel like you should consider each other. Definitely. I don't think you should be like one sided. And this is what I always have an issue when men always want to make the decision, where it's like, what about me? Like,
No, if you come to me with something logical, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a woman, like it don't matter, but like it just has to be logical, innit? And the same thing for me, I'm not just gonna say it because whatever, but it has to be logical. As long as it's logical, then and it makes sense, then fair enough.
mm.
Yeah, if it's logical and it makes sense, fair enough. But it's not really for me. It's not a control thing. I know what I'm saying. Like, like
But
when it's
would
just
you
gone,
not like a provider? Are you the type
huh?
to be like naturally want to pay a woman's bills
Yeah,
and naturally want to kind of make sure she's okay, say
yeah,
mostly? Are you the type to do that?
yeah,
Oh, then I guess then you can. I guess to an extent, then you can be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to make your life as easy as possible. So yeah, please try and make my life as easy as possible. I can understand that. I'm just talking about the men that don't really do a lot for women. Like they don't like say if he's like picking you up after work or something, like they don't do stuff like that. They don't pay for anything. Like you're always splitting the bill, and I'm like, and you're asking me not to give you a headache. Like I'm doing the same work that you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like what is so special that you're doing differently? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Oh, it's left again. To be honest, I think we were getting to the end of it. It was a very long ass conversation, wasn't it? But I'm gonna try and keep doing this like conversations, because I really do think it's important to try and understand what men want in women and what women want in men. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna try and keep this going. Like the more engagement I get in it, I'm gonna try and keep it going, just because I want to hear from everyone. I want to break this incel culture. I want to get men laid. I want to get women